grand night, grand day, grand evening, whatever day it is that you're watching. Um, this is the ASM Hotline. We got DP Squared on the beat, and I am Vixen Empress Hunty Sunflower. We are the door where we cultivate balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, moving with courage and grace of the dual animalistic mature of our soul. Today's reading is going to be a collective. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and trust in your own discernment. In this message, if it speaks to you, please like, comment, and subscribe to support the community. If you're interested in a personal reading or would like to shop our candles, preserved roses, or bath salts, connect with us through Tarot. If you're looking for natural hair and skincare products, visit Hands of Ease. And right now, we're hosting a raffle where every qualified entry gives you a chance to win either a crown bundle or a canvas bundle. And if you have any questions or concerns, my email is listed below. As for Hands of Ease, the products of today is starting with the canvas bundle, we have Acne, Range, Main Oil. The crown bundle, we have Empress Bees, Rock and Roll Grow, and Pumpkin Heat. I do appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in to the video today. I pray you're well and safe wherever you are and that you're walking in alignment with your highest purpose. If no one has told you today, just know that I love you. Remember, the transformation you're seeking begins within. Every choice you make is a seed for your future. Ashe, yay. Now, great mother ancestors, ascended masters, together we are the 18. Allow me to tap into my collective with the highest vibration. Allow me to be a beacon of light and hope. I give you permission to remove all negative energy or any energy that should not be removed. Any senses that should not be, eliminate them. As I declare, as this is my decree, and my word should not come to me void. Ashe, yay. I love you. Gratitude for all you do and all that you do. Listen, y'all, I'm so proud of myself because I did not have my paper. Okay, shout out to me. Type shit. Listen. So I'm gonna get into my notes. I think it's been 2 days since I have recorded. We're gonna start with angel number 14, which this means balance, personal growth, and practical focus. Combining this is giving the energy of new beginnings, but also just the stability when it comes to that number four energy. It's a lot of balance as well as which you could be encouraged to like keep a steady as well as calm mind during times of change. Some of you could be moving at this time or switching positions, whether it's jobs. Take it how it resonate. I just see a lot of goal setting. You're needing to kind of stay focused when it's aiming towards your personal goals or even to kind of work hard towards those goals that you're setting. A lot of positive action has been taken, and I'm really urging for a lot of you to kind of let those negative thoughts go and allow your energy to stay positive as you move forward. When you're looking at this number, you could have this as a life path, and it's beautiful that we have 14 people in here. 14 is actually a karmic number, and this number is for calling a self control as well as caution against any impulsive choices. When you look at this number, it may have like where it may feel like things are repeating or normal coincidences, but it's not really a magical superpower, but it's something that you really want to work towards to maintain your balance within self. We also had angel number 3033 to come through, as well as the number two, which both carried a strong spiritual meaning when it was focusing on growth as well as relationships and finding balance in your life. Um, Some of you could be seeing 333 a lot. I have actually used this number myself, and it kind of draw my attention to add it to the videos notes today. I kind of just wanted to share that with you. A lot of this energy is kind of like with these threes, you're pretty much urged to use your natural talents by expressing your ideas confidently. Be mindful that that is your throat chakra, so a lot of you could be embracing their creative projects through using your voice. A lot of spiritual expansion I do see with the number zero here, which represents infinite potential, but also have that start of spiritual journey to enhance the growth and surrounding of how far you have came. So maybe you're manifesting at this time or you're about to start manifesting. And this is kind of why this number is showing up to let you know that you are being supported and guided, but it's a need to stay optimistic and really trust that your current goals are aligning with your true purpose. Which brings us to the number two. A lot of the focus is helping you to connect with your inner world as well as the outer world. So a lot of partnerships and harmony is going to be really focused when it comes to these, whether this is cooperation, teamwork building, or even just building up within healthy relationships. A lot of balance of duality is when it comes to logical thoughts with your intuition, but also working with your life personal goals. So, number two is also here to let you know, like, if you needing to kind of unfold exactly what it is that you're needing to get to. I love it because I want to let you guys know with that energy of 11, that's the master number. And when you look at it from that standpoint, if you're needing to balance something or find the harmony within 11, you will use that as a two. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I was going to use the example of 11. It was just now 10 people watching, and it was one like. So to me, that was 11. Really pay attention when you're collaborating, going within these next coming stages, because a lot of this fuel is how you're moving from your personal growth. Don't try to really accomplish everything alone. Kind of lean on your partnerships, have open communications to bring in creative ideas to your life, but also look deeper within to see where is something that, if you are seeing certain numbers, whether it's clocks, receipts, or signs, really pay attention to the specific area of your life and really focus on what it is that you could be making with the big decisions, or even if it comes to your love life or your career. This is a collective, so just take what resonate. It's just these numbers really stood out the most to me. I was using them kind of redundantly and I was saying them repeatedly, so I knew the message was in there. Hold on, y'all. So we do have a couple animals I wanted to talk about. So maybe these are um, spirit guides for you of some sort. Starting with the peacock, which is very very beautiful. It's a beautiful bird. Um, Hold on, y'all. All right. So, starting with the peacock, this is a very powerful spiritual symbol of authentic as well as divine protection and self expression and renewal. So, heavy when it comes to that throat chakra energy, I feel like a lot of you are expressing yourself more. If you're not expressing yourself, you're possibly taking up for yourself in ways that you weren't used to, or something like that is kind of like what I'm getting. But maybe you're naturally just regrowing into who you are, and with this peacock coming, it's just like their feathers. It's like every year you're seeing something new about yourself, or even just a personal transformation. What I want you to really take heed is showing your true colors. It's the urge to step into your confidence, embracing your unique traits, but also don't dim your talents for the world. Okay, who's supposed to find you will find you. Who's meant to be around you will be around you. A lot of rebirth energy, a lot of renewal energy. This is symbolizing that letting go of shedding those old feathers and stepping, making room for new, because growth is beautiful. A lot of wisdom, a lot of intuition. And the eyes on peacock's feathers are widely viewed as symbols of seeing the first eye. So this is heightened awareness as well as psychic protection. If you're looking at this from a culture and religious context, starting with the Hinduism, the peacock is associated with Lakshma, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, and its feathers are worn by Lord Krishna to signify love, knowledge, and protection. Buddhism, peacocks can eat because peacocks can eat poisonous plants without dying. They represent the ability to transform toxic emotions and suffering into pure wisdom. And if you're looking at it in early Christianity, the peacock represented immortality as well as the resurrection, because ancient people believed the flesh of it did not decay after death. But if we were to connect these signs, if you're willing to look at the peacock alongside the numbers 14, 2, and 33, 33, like we looked at earlier. The universe is pretty much giving you the coordinate of finding the balance and using this to grow. A lot of this energy is because you're completing honest and authentic versions of yourself, and this is a process. So it's something that you may want to take to kind of uncover within yourself to pretty much see where it is within you that you may have felt hesitant about sharing, or even when it comes to being creative within your day to day life or with others. Now, I was looking at Just Go With It by Adam Sandler the other day. I love that movie. That movie came out in 2011. I've been getting that angel number a lot as well. And when I kept getting it, I'm like, wait a minute, that was literally a year. So that year is very significant as well. I also came to find um it's something else took place that year. Um it was something. It was something else that took place that year. But that year could be significant for some of you. Um the word was ringed. So I wanted to know exactly what this word was, and it was to clear space or to widen. So that could be very significant for some of you. It's the if you're using it like a definition or some sort, it came into like the 20th century. It said so. That's that. So the word is ringed. I was also getting like just bullseye energy. So I don't know if you somebody is like looking at you as a target, or a target is significant. Okay, this is like the absolute focus energy, divine alignment, as well as manifestation of your goals. If you're looking at this from a spiritual context, you may look at it as achieving clarity after a period of uncertainty. A lot of divine alignment is when it comes to using your thoughts and your actions, stepping fully into your soul purpose, perfectly aligning for you. Okay, so you are exactly where you need to be. You may have laser focus. Labor is very significant, so you could be at work at this time, but it's a reminder to kind of block out distractions and channel all your energy towards a single specific goal, and kind of manifest with certain rings of nucleus. So if you're creating new blueprints, or if you're doing things that kind of help you when it comes to that birthplace of creation, see what new suggestions come up for you. Really pay attention to the intentions that you're setting to turn this into your reality. Really stay in the present moment. Just as the center is the core of the target, this represents the now. So it's really a need to balance that point between the past and the future. A lot of this is going to come through as psychological and symbolic contrast. And what I mean by this is really pay attention to the illusion of perfection. The bullseye is kind of like represent of the ideal goal, but if you're looking at it from a note of aiming or missing, is where the actual growth happens. Okay, but if you're looking at this like kind of from a different standpoint, kind of like skeptical a little bit, this kind of will show you that it'll frequently be a phenomenon called aphasia, which is kind of like a frequency of illusion, but your brain may highlight the images you have recently thought about. With the numbers and everything, the peacock, the bullseye, and the numbers, really trust the process. You're finding the balance, you're building stable foundations. It's really just a need to step truly in your power, be authentic, and show your unique talents. This is the climax of the energy, okay? This is where you know that you've taken the authenticness of this energy and really focused it clearly to maintain the balance that you're willing to hit when it comes to those exact life goals. I just feel like a lot of you are stepping outside of that comfort zone, and it may even scare you a little bit. But it's something that is going to be really great, and it's going to be really great when it's time to reap the rewards. A lot of it is coming from a moment of strife, a moment of doubt, a little bit. But a lot of it was meant to shake things up so you can see the trueness that you were supposed to always see. If that makes sense to you. And so, are you seeing the physical bullseye, or are you missing the Are you missing it like just by the little thread? It's like a lot of major goals or a lot of decisions that you're currently aiming for. And it may even feel like a dual headed situation. But I was getting the energy of that as well. And it's like if you're looking at it from a spiritual standpoint, this is the union of opposites. You have an expanded vision. You may be even feeling like you're at an internal crossroads, and a lot of it is traditions. A lot of generational curses are being broken through you. A lot of emotions are being, shooken up within you because you're able to see multiple dimensions of reality at the same time. You're learning how to now balance two worlds. You're not just saying, I want to go to heaven. You're learning how to experience heaven on earth. And when you look at this, it's showing you the symbolism that you balance your spiritual life with divine truths while you're in your material life with your earthly responsibilities. This is what it means to practically live while staying connected to your higher self. If you were to look at this from an expanded perception, the Roman god Janus, the god of doors and transitions, he looks like an I want to say his symbol is like a two-headed look in opposite direction, something like that. But it's simultaneously the past and the future together. It's east and west, and this represents that total awareness when it comes to the holistic wisdom. So a lot of decision points when your dream interpretations. This is sort of that dual head energy as well, because this is your divine mind speaking with you through your subconscious energy as well. A lot of this energy is highlighted through the struggle between the different paths, the choices, and the desires. So when you look at this of a union of duality, you really have to alchemize the energy because a lot of representation happens when you merge the body, but now you're focusing on them, the masculine and the feminine energies. This is where you create the perfect harmony. If we were to look at this from a cultural standpoint, you'll have the double-headed eagle, which is found in Byzantine and European, which symbolize supreme authority, showing that a leader's scuffle of power and spiritual protection work in unison. You can look at the double-headed serpent, which is highly prominent in Aztec and Mixtec spirituality, which represents the rebirth, transformation, and the bridge between the earth and the underworld. Then you have the double crown of the hair rule. On a human scalp, having two circular hair rules is traditionally viewed in various Eastern and indigenous cultures as a sign of sharp intellect or a deep natural connection to the spiritual realm. I was picking up the energies of life paths 2, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So this could be your life path numbers for some of you, okay? A bird or a snake is significant, so be careful or pay attention to the dream or the physical symbolism that comes across. You may be wondering, are you torn between two choices? So a lot of you may be balancing things at this time. Just really be mindful of what you're choosing for yourself because it's this is pretty much like a now you go to a different grade and it's like, okay, well, it's the first quarter of the semester. So this is just really the energy I'm getting. Wherever you're going, only you. Okay, you're the one for this position, you're the one for this role. Somebody's wanting you to just surrender to the divine. The illusion of separation and the power of twin flame or unconditional love was really coming through strong when I was getting Rihanna, you're the one. Okay, Rihanna was coming through strong. In the song, she says, my love is your love is my love. This is that perfect description of like non duality, but also spiritual oneness. And if you're to break down the ego belief, it will really show you that the divine and you are the perfect mirror soul. Are you separate entities or is it a mirrored effect? So a lot of spiritual truth when it looks to leak the love within yourself instead of outside of yourself. This is when you see the actual reflection of love that exists inside of you. When I was also getting the I want to say this is the chorus, or this could be a verse because in the verse she said, "You know how to pull me back when I go running, trying to get away from loving you." This is like a person beginning a spiritual awakening. And so the ego naturally feels terrified of losing control or, tries to run back into old habits or even distractions for something that possibly numbs the body. It's a lyric representing the higher self in the universe, gently pulling you back into alignment, showing that you cannot, outrun your true destiny or spiritual calling. The constant devotion and the manifestation of the song, of course, is "You're the one that I dream about all day, and you're the one that I think about always." This was kind of like that mystical tradition, such as Bataki yoga. The seeker enters a state of constant remembrance of the divine, keeping the spirit focused purely on the ultimate source of joy, but also obsessing over the one. You clear out mental clutter and lock on your focus to a single pure frequency. This is that spiritual rebirth and transmutation energy. One of the lyrics she said, "Baby, come, I take me now, hold me now, make me come alive." With this, it was really like a spiritual resurrection. Before finding this profound connection, the seeker is built, really listening to it on an autopilot. Energy is sleeping, but when you merge this energy, it really awakens those spiritual senses to fully activate. Within this was kind of like an answer that if you weren't really locked into the focus, you have kind of like instructions to kind of like stop running away from it. Surrender your ego defense and just really accept that you are entirely aligned with whatever it is that you're supposed to be on your journey. Whether that means a twin flame partner, a creative life purpose, or just even your own higher spiritual connection. So really pay attention to what this song brings for your specific relationship to mind, or do it feel like a need to kind of reconnect with your own inner self and passions? I was also getting Loyalty by Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna. Heavy on the number 2222. With this energy, he says, "Tell me who you're loyal to. Is it money? Is it fame? Is it weed? Is it drink?" Within this, it's like a serve of intense spiritual inventory. This is where you're asking where the devotion lies. So, are you loyal to shifting? Or is it temporary illusions? Or is it like the physical world of wealth, fame, and substance? Are you loyal to the permanent? Or are you unchanging, divine, within yourself? And then you kind of like have to look at the radical self acceptance because if you have another lyric saying, "I'm a savage, I'm an asshole, I'm a king, honestly, forever, all the real nigga want." And so within this, it's like it's a progress spiritually that you must face on your entire shadow self. But don't hide the flaws. Really acknowledge the darkest traits and rise it to the highest of the divinity, which would be a king. Now, when a king graduates, we know he turns into an emperor. This is kind of to me is where this unconditional bond is coming through with the twin flame because that lyric speaks of, is it love for the streets when the lights get dark? Is it unconditional love when the ride don't start? Within this energy, hey, within this energy, it was more so giving the nature of true divine or twin flame connection. So it's asking if your loyalty remains strong when material comforts, illusions, or even just external lights disappear. It really challenged you to anchor your love in a spiritual substance rather than an earthly convenience. If you're looking at this as a struggle against spiritual pride, you can really pay attention to the lyric when he asks, "Is it hard to be humble? Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows I'm dying, baby." Within this decoding, I got more so, this was capturing the depth of the ego, and it's a lot of personal growth with the spirituality of achieving great status, but also being trapped in pride, acknowledging those remaining humble, um, whether it was a slow or painful death, just those necessary moments for true enlightenment, being able to really use wisdom through that pain. When you look at this, it's the ultimate filter that now that you are connected with your higher path and you're partnered with knowing who you are, it really asks you to remain solid when you're tested. Okay, it asks you to audit your life, filter out distractions, and really lock down unconditional trust. And when this song come on for you, really pay attention to how it, how you evaluate yourself or what comes in your energy when you're listening to it. Is this in an area in your life that you're struggling to maintain humility or even your focus on at this time? Angel numbers 140 came through, which was given the energy of stabilizing your purpose. So you may want to really look into that leadership when it comes to disciplining those foundations, building infinite potential. It's a lot of direct energy within your thoughts manifesting for you at this time. So really urge you to keep a positive structured mentality to build a structured future. I love that we had angel number 44 to come through. Very, very beautiful number. I know we said earlier that it was heavy on angel number 2222, which is essentially angel number 44. This is heavy when it comes to master builder and protection energy. Double fours amplifies this energy of hard work, productivity, and stability. This is a sign of spiritual guides wrapping you in protection, as well as validating your recent efforts that successfully anchored a rock solid foundation. Shout out to DP Squid on the beat. That is, in fact, their number. Angel number 130 is for creative renewal. Within this is a combined manifestation with joyful self expression and just spiritual source of energy. It really marks a period of deep spiritual growth where your creative ideas are heavily supported by divine timing. If you're looking at this as a way to kind of resurrect where you are, it's really a need to let these numbers appear within your universe to give you a clear blueprint for the next phase. You may want to start by disciplining the constructions to kind of meet those creative rebirths within yourself. You may look at it as a creative idea with 130. You may turn it into a practical plan with 140 and turn it to a solid execution with 44. And so this progression would kind of gives you a creative spark to kind of open your mind, but really instructing to organize that spark into realistic structures, providing you with the endurance of your spiritual backing as well as your physical reality to build what it is that you need. Within this, it's a need to kind of allow the order, the grounding, and the system to kind of fall into place and let the universe kind of give you the raw talent for you to turn your wishful thinking into just not something right now, but something that's established into a day to day routine that you can stick to. A lot of this will kind of help you if we look back at what we've been, talking about within this entire journey. We had the sequence to kind of act as a full architect phase, and I really was excited to kind of have the time to do this reading for y'all because to me, it's more than just pulling cards. I've been doing readings, and to me, the energy has been very, very similar or very redundant. And it, to me, is I really want to help you guys out of that feeling of stagnation or even just feeling stuck, rather. And I really urge you to find that internal balance and lean into those dualities within. Command, your power. Really stay focused when it is that you're targeting your objectives and paying attention to your vision because a lot of this is your past and future simultaneously working for you. It's a lot of challenging when it comes to, stop running from yourself or even attachments. You remain unshakable loyal to yourself, everything will fall into place. This is where the abstract concepts, come when it comes to the universe as well as just the physical and the higher self. You have the focus, you have the loyalty, and now you are the peacock. And it's just a need for you to authentically be yourself, allow you to, communicate with your spirit guides when it comes to designing their blueprint. Only you know what you love to do. Only you know what you like to create. Build the actual walls of your new life. Really pay attention to, how recent have you been showing up in your career path? How recent have you been showing up in your creative ideas? Where are you needing to require strict organizations or even programs? Beautiful thing that I'm loving about, looking at these numbers, we literally had 140 and 44. And if you look at that from a wholeness standpoint of, okay, I'm part of the 144,000, yeah, you are, and that's beautiful, but how are you going to merge that to authentically be in that frequency? If that makes sense to you. It's like you literally have everything that you need because these, and then looking at 130, that's 13 within itself. This is your rebirth. These is much deeper than just numbers. These are codes that you should be using within your day to day. I was even getting Erica Badu's Love of My Life coming through, which was like a masterclass in allegory, devotion of recognizing divine life mission. It goes deeper than just a love song. This is a song of love of self. She was talking about her microphone. She said he moved around and we kept in touch through his friend Mike. This was an illusion of a human relationship right here. Mike isn't a person. It's a love that doesn't belong to a human body, but rather a sonic energy that channels to heal and express her soul. It teaches that your true love is your passion. This is the energy. You are now moving from, you've learned all that you were supposed to learn when you applied at school, jobs, whatever it is that you acquired up until this point. Now it is the time for you to merge all of that energy and authentically move from where you want. This is your divine inspiration as your poetry. She said he gave me poetry. Famously, one day he came to me. This was the exact moment of a spiritual awakening or a creative download. But this was that, the divine does not speak in mundane terms. It drops inspiration into your mind through rhythm, a cosmic download, or even poetry. But it's an echo chakra to speak your absolute truth. I remember earlier I was telling you guys about age number 30, 33 coming through. And we've been seeing 333, but for 30, 33 to come through, to me, throat chakras are balancing. The potential has already been spoken or spoken, rather, because that's how I'm hearing it. So it's a lot of adapting to the shiftings of tides, but this is causing when tables turned, they had to break up. This mirrored that spiritual concept of a transcendence and non-attachment. Just like music, it is a culture evolved of tables turning. The old form of her passion had to break up so it could be reborn. And this was kind of reminding those situation shifts, kind of let that old version of yourself let go without losing your core devotion. You have an unshakable foundation. She said, the love of my life, you are my friend. Love of my life, the one I can depend. Human relationships change, but your alignment with your true passion, your higher self, or even your spiritual source is completely dependable on you. This anchor you in the stability, showing that when everything else is stripped away, that your soul course purpose remains. And that's not light energy, that is beautiful energy that you're responsible for. You making sure that you're able to hold yourself with grace and passion and have love for yourself at the end of the day. Instead of looking at yourself negatively, now you look at yourself as a full circle of your true joy. You overstand and clarify yourself as who you are. You have built exactly who you are through knowing and anchoring yourself in your absolute passion. And that alone will make you feel alive. And I really ask you to guide yourself into your own routines every day to, beautifully create something that truly for you and truly what you love. As you reflect, is the music really an ultimate passion? Is it showing you, things in your life that you can keep in touch with? Or is it showing you past versions that you should just step fully or release completely? Now, I was getting the Siberian tiger, which is a profound spiritual symbol representing solitary mastery, fierce resilience, and thriving in the harsh conditions. As the largest of all big cats is navigating freezing vast landscapes along, carries a unique vibration that elevates its beyond standard tiger symbolism. If you are a life path 1 through 5, you could possibly have a connection with this animal. A lot of core spiritual meanings that I want you guys to really pay attention to. The thriving in the cold is that resilience energy. And while other animals hide or even have hibernation free, Siberian tigers run through frozen terrain. And spiritually, this signifies the power to stay warm, creative, and even active even during emotional and financial winter. It means you have the inner fire to survive the harsh environment. A lot of solitary sovereignty. This is kind of like that patrol massive territories entirely alone. So if you feel like this is a spirit guide, it may remind you, do not crowd or validate your path. Kind of encourage you to find your absolute comfort in your own skin, ruling your personal space with quiet, calm authority. You could be a life path 3, life path 6, 7, 8, or 9. This also comes with camouflage timing. The tiger stripes break up its silhouette against shadows and snow, allowing it to move completely unseen. Spiritually, it advises you to keep your next moves private, walk in silence until it is the exact moment to strike your target. You may have a primal shadow force, but the tiger rules the physical realm using raw instinct. It forces you to integrate your shadow, your anger, your hunger, and your deepest passion, and really channel that intensity energy into your creative and protective power instead of letting it control you. You could be a life path 3, 10, 11, 12, or even a 13. Looking at this from our full roadmap today, we have the appearances of the Siberian tiger to really mark a massive leap in a spiritual timeline, to represent the sovereign execution of everything that we've learned. The invitation was 14, 2, and 30, 33, which really urged to find the balance and explore the connections. We went through activation of the peacock and the bullseye, and we commanded you, to step into authenticity, to light and lock onto the target. The perspective of the do ahead will hand you the vision to look at your past and future simultaneously. The surrender of you, the one, in loyalty challenge you to stop running from your path and establish absolute dedication. The grounding of 140, 44, and 130 gave you the architecture blueprint to build your daily routines and stable structures. The inspiration of love of my life identified the core passion of creative purpose driving your entire machine. The Siberian tiger, this is the protector and master of the life you are building. The universe is telling you that as you grounded your ideas with the 140/44 in your pursuit, your passion, you must adopt the mindset of the Siberian tiger. Be fierce, be self reliant, and do not let cold or difficult external circumstances slow down your progress. You have the ultimate strength to stand alone and protect what you love. You could be a life path 3, 14, or a 15. As I end this message, I got another angel number that is coming through. And I really want you guys to really stand completely on your own 2 feet without relying on anyone's approval. Pay attention to your emotional winter. Pay attention to your tough obstacles. Really channel that energy, whether it's raw, that is your inner strength. 398 is the angel number that is coming through, which is a powerful sign of closure, spiritual alignment, and material rewards. It serves as a clear cosmic green light, signaling that a major phase of your life is wrapping up to a clear space to your true soul mission. A lot of this is going to be joy, but it's also just a reminder to have a optimistic of that knowing that you're fully supported. I think a lot of you were not used to divine closure, and now you're stepping into spiritual laws of consciousness of conclusions versus moving when you were asleep or unconscious rather. Now you're walking through certain doors because you closed other doors that did not serve you in your higher growth. The abundance and the karma is now being balanced when it comes to the material success, your inner wisdom, and your financial stability. This is the promises that your hard work have put in actively transforming into your physical prosperity. If you're closing a business chapter, leaving a job, or even walking away from a specific project, this number is really to let you know that you did not lose out. It guarantees you that your material needs will be abundantly met as long as you follow your spiritual path. And when you let go, this number nine really centers when asking you to stop holding on to situations, habits, or even people out of comfort. Really trust that letting go is the exact trigger needed to release the rewards waiting for you in the number eight. Do you know how you're playing the game? Like, to let's say Fortnite. Before you can go to that next board, you must get down to one player, correct? This is sort of like how you should evaluate your life. No matter who has to go, if you want to still be in the game on the winning team or the winning side, you're going to want to choose yourself essentially. And to me, you literally just said it's easier said than done. But at the same time, you can stay in situations and decay. So it's really up to you. A lot of this energy is because where you are, you're about to reap what you have sown. The universe is telling you now that you have the strength of the tiger, the structure of the blueprint, it's the need to really finalize old business, close the remaining chapters that drain your energy so your true passion can bring the financial and spiritual wealth you deserve. Heavy on the number 11. If there is a specific chapter, project, or relationship that you have been hesitant to officially close, this is possibly where you want to currently trying to figure that out. Turn that creative passion into a stable stream of income. Possibly. Look at it from a joyful of freedom. And the reason I say that because now I'm getting 3983, which is really in an advanced energetic upgrade to the message of 398. This is the core theme shifts from simply closing a chapter to protecting your transformation inside a fortress of creative expression. Three is the creative spark. Nine is the radical closure. Eight is the material abundance. Three again is that joyful freedom. The double three bracket, notice how the numbers 9 and 8 were completely enclosed by the number 3. This means any difficult endings that you are facing or even financial responsibilities, you are balancing it. You are entirely surrounded by the divine, created, protected. Your art, your voice, your optimism, what you carry through this transition secretly is secured. You are the master of your materials. This sequence tells you that your spiritual alignment is no longer up for debate. It's time for you to anchor your thoughts in abundance, step through the door. You return straight back to the joyful, limitless creation of you. You step fully in your divinity because you transition from someone who wished for things to someone who engineered them. Very beautiful energy because you took that from the being the sovereign of the tiger. Okay? Remember, the invitation told us to plant the seeds early, balance the partnerships, really look at the creative expansion, right? Then we needed the activation to say, listen, I command you to stop hiding your colors and lock your sight into your ultimate target. Now your vision is taught on and locked on for you to say, listen, my past and future can really heal simultaneously at the same time. Now you're devoted. You know you're the one. You know it's loyalty. Now you're challenged to anchor that loyalty to a higher calling and really surrender that ego defense. Now you're moving from architect energy. You say, wait a minute, I have 140, I got 44, now I got 130. You're handing me a strict system because of a blueprint that was built for you to predict the routine driven for your foundation. Now you have the fuel to reveal that core mission is tied directly to the deepest and purest creative passions that you have. One where you may have once felt like nothing was going to work out that you wanted to, you thought that you were playing, you could have down to the decimal, and it's like, no, not today. There was a trigger, there was a challenge, and now you're standing fierce, self-reliant, very resilient to really hunt and thrive in isolation. To say, wait a minute, it was a time to finalize old business and let specific chapters die so abundance can flow. And now that I did that, I'm going to bring myself into full circle and really take the closure and wealth of the 398 and immediately ground it back into the creative energy of the original 3033 activation. That we really just really closed the chapter, locked it in with the abundance, and really totally freed ourselves to be creative, speak, as well as live without restriction of fear. So if it's somewhere in your chapters where you're needing to end or open up those creative inspirations or even that freedom, do so. Are you preparing to celebrate the independence with the double energy of 398 or even 398 83 child or 3983 rather? Listen, 3983. What I know what the hell I said. There was an extra three on it, which means there was 33. Once you start moving from this standpoint, you will officially be in that master teacher energy. I mean, listen, listen. Remember when I said you got it down to the last decimal? Yeah, why did I add a decimal to this thing for them? Listen. Listen. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna call it. Let me go out of here. I'm kind of glad I did that one already because I kind of wanted y'all to know that before even jumping into the next one. I said, ooh, wee. So I took them a couple of days and I really kind of mapped out how to kind of help y'all move out of that energy because I don't like stagnated energy. If I feel stuck, I'm gonna get mad. I ain't lying. I don't want to fight. I feel like I'm being restrained, child. I don't like it. All right, so before we get out of this thing, we are Lazor, okay? This was the 18 hotline. We got DP squared on the beat, and I am Big Fan Empress Hunter Sunflower. Today we have done a collective readings. Take what resonates, leave what it does not, and trust your own discernment, okay? We are here to balance the divine masculine and divine feminine energy to move with courage as well as grace through that dual animalistic, mature of our soul, okay? If this message speaks to you, please like, comment, and subscribe to support the community. If you're interested in personal readings or anything that I have to offer, check out the description box below for tarots. You can get a personal reading, candles, roses, or even bath salts. If you're looking for natural products for hair care and skincare, Google us at Sands and Bees or follow the link in the description box below. Right now, we are hosting a raffle where every qualifying gives you an entry to win either a crown bundle or a canvas bundle. If you have any questions or concerns, my email is listed below as well. Now, for the Sands and Bees product spotlight, for the canvas bundle, we do have Acne, a facial serum formulated to help support clear looking skin while improving the appearance of uneven skin tone. We have Tan Range for a rich body butter designed to deeply moisturize while promoting soft, radiant, even looking skin. Mane oil is a nourishing beard oil that helps condition facial hair while supporting healthy beard growth and moisture. For our crown bundle, we do have Empress V's, which is an exfoliator created to strengthen and nourish your strands, perfect for twist out, wash goes, curls, and straight styles for everyday moisture. Rock and Roll Grow, our signature hair growth oil that helps nourish the scalp, strengthen the hair shaft, and lock in moisture. Excellent for locks, braids, protective styles, twists, and natural hair. Then we have Pumpkin Heat, a light heat protectant that helps shield your hair during heat styling while moisturizing from root to tip, supporting strong and healthy looking hair. I really appreciate you guys for spending time with us today. I pray you're safe and well and protected, walking in alignment with your highest purpose. And if no one has told you today, just know that I love you. Remember, the transformation that you're seeking begins within. Every choice you make is a seed for your future. Ashe, yeah. Now, we are the 18 and we are out this thing. Ashe, yeah.